the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And it is Wizard basketball tonight as the Washington Wizards go up against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And with the run the Wizards had in the Eastern Conference playoffs last year, you can just sort of sense this team is primed to get deeper into the postseason very soon. Shaq, what do you think they need to do to fight their way into the conference finals and beyond?
Not much, but they need more of an inside presence. They do have a great backcourt, though. They struggle getting consistent contribution from their post spots. That's got to change.
Well, I like what they have. They got a strong defense, Ernie. That's one of their strong suits, but they need to be more efficient on their offensive possessions, turning the basketball over at a high rate at times in key moments. And let's face it, they need more postseason experience. These guys are very young.
Well, have we settled on a nickname yet for the Wizards' backcourt?
Oh, yes,
John Wall and Bradley Beal.
The Secret Service.
The Secret Service or the not-so-secret service or the FBI.
Fast break initiative.
That's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, those very, very good ideas. But then again, our minds.
Can we call them all three?
Our minds just never stop, do they?
Can we call them all three?
You can call them all three if you want. It wouldn't be a good idea. Kevin Harlan, what you got?
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. We're at the Verizon Center where the Wizards will try to turn it up on their home floor. It'll be the Wizards off the tip. And now the New York Knicks starters. They've got Porzingis, he's out there with Robin Lopez. Aflalo is out there with Anthony. And it's Galloway in at the point. Now here's Wall from 12 feet out. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Gortat's got the first basket of the game for the Wizards. I think all three of us agree John Wall, a tremendous all-around player.
Outstanding. Speed was what jumped out at me most when I saw him first at Kentucky. Now he's been able to harness that speed as a pro, and he makes plays that very few can make as a point guard.
He gives you a lot of different looks, doesn't he?
He sure does.
Galloway, no good.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Now here's Wall. Here's the screen. Passes it to Dudley. Here's Nene. That one wide left.
And guys, John Wall, obviously one of the most electrifying players to enter the league in some time. Unreal body control, tremendous length and athleticism for a point guard. And that's one of the reasons he gets so many steals, blocks, and rebounds. All the extra things from his position that really add up.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone.
And, you know, guys, for Wall, the one thing he's still ironing out is his shooting stroke. It looks better every year, but doesn't necessarily go in more often, especially from three. But even if he never becomes a great shooter, I think he'll remain one of the game's best all-around talents.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Puts it up from 12, and he hits the jump shot.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
He dishes it to Gortat. Passed in a nay. Back to Gortat. Shot clock at 6. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Dudley, no luck.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Galloway, the pass to Porzingis. Lopez, a screen. Feeds it to Aflalo. Anthony against Dudley. Pulls up on the wing. The shot by Anthony, no good.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
Well, last season, the Wizards fell off just a bit in the second half of the year. Still, Greg, very competitive at home.
Yeah, and their strong play at home helped them weather that storm, Kevin. I mean, they ended up going 29-12 here at the Verizon Center.
Mark down low. Chris Humphries has checked in for the Wizards. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Jared Dudley. Then for the Knicks, Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Calderon comes in for Porzingis, and it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. Outside, Wall, picked by Humphries. Beal gets a wide open look, trains the three-pointer. Beal's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Outside Anthony. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big 3 to compete for a championship, and for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half. And when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day. And that's really what Carmelo did. And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
Knicks trail by 6. Calderon kicks to O'Quinn. New York moving the ball around. Back to Grant. 1:39 left in the first quarter. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Carmelo's reasoning was that he had been burned enough by Dirk's fadeaway he had to adapt.
Yeah, that's a great fadeaway to borrow from, for sure. I mean, Melo already has a mid-range game, terrific mid-range game, and this shot makes that even deadlier.
Pass to Calderon. .109 left in the first. To the paint, just 5 to shoot. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Derek Williams, he checked in for Carmelo Anthony.
Substitution. Derek Williams.
Shot clock at 3. There's the 3. No good from Grant. Washington leading now by 4. Porter with it. Now defended by Grant. Porter dishes to Oubre. Puts it up from 12. No good. So New York will take it the other way. Williams passes to Serafin. Grant, right side. Calderon in the corner. He kicks it to Serafin. The 10-footer. And that's good for 2.
Kevin Serafin.
Here's Sessions. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Oubre, good. Grant. Can't hit. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Wizards out front. They lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center.
Yeah. I realize this. I realize this. Respect this here. Check. I realize this.
And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form. I followed through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still to this day thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I'm not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking them when she beats them in a game of horse. Bradley's not only got a special J, but he's got a pretty good disposition, too.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Derek Williams. Then there's Aflalo. And it's Galloway in at the 1. Anthony's checked in for the Knicks. Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
And for the Knicks last season, they actually shot decently on the road. They just didn't play any defense, and that's kind of what did them in.
Here's Galloway looking for his first basket still in this one. That's good.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Here's Nene, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Nene's got the lead up to 6 now for the Wizards.
Well, you know, going back to the Knicks on the road, they just forgot to defend the three-point shot. I mean, they had the worst three-point field goal percentage defense with their opponents making 40% of their threes against them. That was the worst in the league.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
That free throw good from Porzingis. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and there'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Last season at both sides of the coin for the Wizards started out very hot, but then just could not keep it going.
Well, you know, the start was extremely hot. 19-6, which tied a franchise best that record. After that, though, they played close to 500 ball the rest of the time.
Here's Galloway after the basket by Washington. Anthony drives in, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks. like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Really, the right defensively, if you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Free throw good, Beal.
And the Wizards really struggled post All-Star break, playing under 500. Still, though, they seem to pull things together at the very end and on into the postseason.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Well, there's no denying it. The Wizards had some bumps, and you mentioned that. Some weeks they look like a lottery team. Then the next, they look like a title contender. They knew how to make the most of their games when they did get hot, though.
Afflalo, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
And Nene, a guy with an incredibly strong start to his career in Denver, the first Brazilian to ever be selected in the first round. Voted, as you may recall, to the NBA All-Rookie team.
Yeah, and came into the league just a tremendously raw talent. Really developed faster than a lot of people expected, but what has been the case for him is the injury bug. I mean, the knee, the foot, shoulder, Achilles, you name it, he's had it, and it's hindered his career somewhat.
And cancer. He's beaten cancer.
That's a very good point.
Knicks trail by 7.
Yeah, you know, going back to Nene, in 14 years, he's been able to suit up for roughly 65% of the games. That's tough on the team's continuity on both ends of the floor. Injuries have been a part of that, though, and oftentimes those are beyond the player's control.
And here we go, the Wizards fast break. And there's Bradley Beal on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists tonight.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now here's Anthony. He's got 7. Down low, Lopez. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And you know, guys, the thing with Nene, he helps you in so many ways when he's in there. He's hard to back down in the post. He eats up space. Tough to get around on picks. He has the toughness that champions are made of.
Wall's shot is off. Knicks trail by 7. Anthony kicks to Galloway. Anthony drives in, and the rebound goes to Nene.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Beal. 6 points for him. Again, the miss by Wall. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Here's Galloway. Back to Anthony. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Clark, it's about how much more focused they look offensively here. They're trying to make up some ground. I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
going with a whole new group out there now. They set the pick, and there's the foul. It'll go on Jaron Grant. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
Sessions dishes to Porter. There's 1:40 left in the first half of basketball.
Heads up interior defense there. He was ready for that entry pass.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. The Knicks shooting their fifth and 6 free throws of the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
That one is no good. Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
Here's Calderon. After marching Gortat's bucket, Calderon passes to Grant. They set the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Top of the key. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Wizards leading by 7. Gortat with a screen on Calderon. Calderon against Sessions. There's a screen by Gortat. And Sessions kicks to Porter. Stolen by Grant. Gortat with the block. And it's out of bounds. We say it was last touched by Gortat. Grant against Sessions. Grant outside. Here's Serafin. That's good from 17 feet away.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Grant against Sessions. Here's Oubre. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Oubre's got 6. Grant. No good on that last second attempt there. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Wizards lead by 7. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Bradley, it certainly seemed to be a focus of this team to have a strong first half, which you did. Is this type of intensity something that coaches made a priority?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Well, you imposed your will, Bradley. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. The biggest lead for them during the period was 6. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
The field goal percentage was off the Chisnarts, Ernie. Let me rewind it. The field goal percentage was off the charts, Ernie. It was well planned, well executed. They took very few bad shots, and that needs to be the focus from here on out. More smart basketball, don't try to do too much, and open the door for a comeback.
And Kenny, your take on New York.
Can this team please get fired up on defense? I mean, get angry, get upset. Guys are way too soft and giving up way too many good looks. At some point, you got to draw the line in the sand. Be like, okay, who's crossing this line? If you're coming over here, I'm taking a hard foul, and I'm going to resist you on defense.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girl.
The second half just about to get going here.
Anthony was playing great. 9 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
Knicks trail by 7. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. And it's Dudley in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's gone 5 of 7 from the field. That's over 71% actually. Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Nene, the screen. Outside, Wall. Dudley dishes to Nene. Puts up the baby hook. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or two, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
That's good from Nene.
And guys, one thing that was obvious to me, last year the Wizards really matured as a team. I mean, they played as if they expected to win instead of a group kind of coming into their own. I thought they just showed a lot more composure and maturity on the court.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. As you said, the Wizards did look more mature last year on the floor with their play. They made sure to add veterans to achieve that.
And not just any veteran, but a future Hall of Famer in Paul Pierce. I mean, his presence on the team, I think, really is what propelled them to achieve new heights. And it also went beyond just Paul Pierce. That roster had a combined 490 playoff games. And that playoff veteran leadership, I felt, really helped this young core to grow.
It's Anthony with the drive. Another shot. Porzingis can't hit.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
The dish to Dudley. Nene setting the pick for Dudley. Good D by Lopez.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
It's deflected. Beal against the Flalo. Now here's Beal. He's guarded closely. There's a screen by Gortat. And Wall kicks to Beal. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. A second chance effort. Gortat misses.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
There's Galloway, covered by Wall. Lets a floater go. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Galloway.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Checked in for Washington. Wizards leading by 4. Outside, Wall. Top of the key, Beal. Dudley the pass to Neal. Dudley with a screen on Anthony. And no good as it rattles out.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
The shot will not go. Nice D from Wall.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Neal dishes the Wall. From 17 feet out. Good as the jump shot falls. Wall's got 8. Well, guys, how good a playmaker is John Wall? Second in assists last season to Chris Paul. Clark, he almost finished number 1.
Yeah, and the only difference really is that Paul was a little more efficient than Wall. Paul had a 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Wall was only at 2.5 to 1. But some of that is Paul's experience.
And the one thing about John Wall, he has that air of confidence that only the truly great ones possess. He's a fearless attacker, tremendous vision and creativity, a true floor general, not just an athlete masquerading as a point guard.
For the Wizards, Humphries comes in for Jared Dudley. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Bradley Beal. And then for New York, Serafin comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's Calderon in for Porzingis. Here is Serafin. Dishes it to Calderon. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Anthony. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And, you know, talking about John Wall, we saw him improve his pacing last season. Sure, he still played at rapid-fire speed at times, but he also seemed to have a better understanding of when to pull it back and when to speed it up. Better change of pace in how he went about his game.
And a follow kicks to Anthony. Cans it from downtown. And now just a 1-point Wizards lead. Well, the Wizards shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Outside, Wall. Here's Nene. Rebound by Anthony. Anthony's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
So it's the Wizards now, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Humphries, no good.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And a follow wide open. He shoots. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Back to Wall. The feed now to Neal. Fires for 3. No good. And New York will come the other way. Here's Calderon, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on John Wall.
Listen, the Knicks had a hard time scoring last year. Just lacked any real presence in the paint. And lacking that paint threat makes things easier for the opposing defense.
You know, at the Knicks, they were second to last in field goal percentage from their front court. Granted, they were hit by injuries. It seemed like all over the place all season.
Yeah, you know, with that poor field goal percentage shooting and being top 3 in field goal attempts on the year, not a good combination.
Oubre's checked in for Washington. Sessions comes in for John Wall. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for New York. Grant comes in for Langston Galloway, and he's good on the second. Washington trailing. And Sessions kicks to Nene. Grant against Sessions. Now here's Oubre. Defense is right there. The Wizards have come up with 3 misses and 5 attempts so far at the line.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Gortat's checked in for the Wizards. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Williams is checked in. And both free throws good for Oubre. Knicks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Kicks it to Calderon. He feeds it to Williams. Here's O'Quinn. His shot no good. Gortat with the defensive effort. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Gortat with his screen on Calderon. 3-second difference between shot clock and game time. And that one's good. And it's 6 points for Marcin Gortat.
Sessions doing a nice job that time.
Outside Anthony. And it's Grant in the corner. Back to Anthony. The 3. It's off. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Washington out in front. They're up by 2. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. The Wizards with the lead. And New York looking at who they've got. Derek Williams is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Calderon. Then there's Grant. And it's Lopez in at the center position.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
Calderon with it. And the pass to Grant. Lopez a screen. Grant dishes to Lopez. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And Sessions kicks to Beal. It's blocked. And now the Knicks on the break. Grant leading the charge. Kept alive. The Wizards shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Dudley with a screen for Sessions. For three. And that's good. Jared Dudley for three. And the Wizards lead by 3.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Calderon passes to Grant. Calderon kicks to Grant. New York moving it around. Lopez a screen. Down to 5 on the shot. And terrific work on the offensive glass.
Lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. He told them, the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Nene, he's checked in for Oubre, and it's John Wall in for Sessions. Now here's Dudley. Here's Nene. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And, Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
Here's Afflalo following the basket by Nene. Nice move. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Afflalo.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Now, here's Nene. Wall wide open. Off target from three-point range. The Knicks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Galloway, covered by Wall. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
And New York making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Here's Beal. To the right side. Here's Wall.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really, in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Wizards leading by 3. Pass to Beal. There's a screen by Gorton. And Beal kicks to Wall. And the call will be against Langston Galloway. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Outside, Wall. Wall with another miss. Knicks trail by 3. There's Galloway. He dishes it to Anthony. Tries from 10. Nice jump shot. Good. Anthony's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Key buckets that we know he delivers down the stretch. And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
There's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Wall, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Wall's got 4 points this quarter.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girls.
Anthony dishes to Lopez. 1:35 left in the fourth. The drive by Anthony, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
Both free throws good from Anthony.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bryson Center, give it up for your Wizard Girls.
To take the lead, and he lays it up and in. Anthony's got 22.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Gortat, and good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
It's Anthony with the drive, and the shot is good. Anthony's got 8 points in the quarter. Well, as we move into the 4th, it's been an even game.
Yeah, it has been. Neither team able to create any significant separation so far.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Here's Wall after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony.
We've seen John Wall handling his business. 12 points and some good assists, too. 4 of them.
And we really just need to take a second to appreciate the all-around effort he's put out there today.
Well, the numbers paint the picture, and he has been what we call in my...
Oh, Supreme. So that takes it to a whole another level when you get Supreme in terms of your stat sheet.
And Kelloggese, right? And Kelloggese. And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them within 2 here.
They'd have loved to cut it to 1 there, but they're still in decent shape if they can get a stop.
Galloway, the pass to Carmelo from about 16. Good!
Just a fantastic effort they're getting from Anthony right now.
40 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And Wall kicks to Beal. It's rebounded by New York.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
When they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
And so they foul intentionally.
Langston Galloway at the line for 2.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girls.
20 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Connects! And now they trail by just 4.
And really the defense not organized on that inbounds play, and boy, do they pay the price with the triple.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
2 shots. Loose shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And the Knicks making a change here. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. 17 seconds left in the game. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Nene left side. And it's Beal in the corner. Pass to Dudley to the paint. Nene at the elbow. There's Beal with the 3. No good. So it's New York picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo, how were you able to take control of this game and pull out the win here tonight?
We willed our way to this win. It wasn't easy. We knew it was going to be a battle. But they came back, made some runs. We stuck with it, and we won the game tonight.
Carmelo, thank you. Kevin, sometimes it's more about the will than the skill.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.